started. You just don't know yet.
Well, block all that out. Don't know, I have to protect my image.
We're gonna edit this out.
Please.
So, just to mention, I keep telling people, look at the camera, because I don't look at the camera. Right? I keep wanting to look at my beautiful self on this.
Well, why don't you place this closer to here?
No, because I'm producing these things, right? So I have to be able to see the sounds and everything.
Okay, so let's look at the Canon. Oh, that's how people put like a green sign up.
What you mean?
Like they just tape green so your eyes automatically keep.
Word?
Yeah, like that's what people be doing. Now I know why you're saying that. So like they'll just place like a little cardboard and say, look here. Like you just keep looking this way.
Oh, because it said look here?
Yeah, and so your eyes, you like, oh, I'm looking.
That makes sense.
Producer tip 101 out here. Okay, it's your girl Jasmine Stith out here with KSolMedia.
She's loud, guys.
Y'all, I'm with KSolMedia. I love this media company. It's the best. Like, they produce high quality products each and every day. They produce me. They got some merch from me. They help me. They keep me encouraged.
We also do it while looking like foot rats. Because I'm wearing a do-rag.
Show them your braids, Rob.
I'm not doing that yet. I told you.
You
like,
did your Instagram picture?
Yeah, but like, look, I'm beefing with my barber. Like, not really beefing because
I saw that. That was the funniest thing.
Because I got my braids done, but I didn't coordinate with him to get my sides done.
So
my sides, I have to keep them on a do-rag or else they just look like this.
Okay.
Right? So it's a mess. So I'm wearing this.
Oh,
until I can
you want to
figure it
oil
out.
your scalp?
Not right now. Not
Okay.
on camera. That's not what we're about to do.
You guys, so
We
he was
keep
telling
it
me
here
that his
professional.
scalp was itching,
It's
so
itchy, man.
I have some oil for him.
This is the first time I do this because I've lived in an environment where I wasn't allowed to like braid my hair and let my hair grow, etc.
Where?
Right,
You
you
went to an HBCU. Who wasn't gonna let you braid your hair?
No, I'm saying like, well, I went to an HBCU, but I lived at home, right? So in the my dad is very aware of the how do you say it?
Thug life?
No, of working in corporate America.
Okay. Yeah.
So he was like,
Conditioning, professionalism.
Yeah, like your beard, if you're gonna have a beard, you better trim it every day. So if you're gonna grow your hair, you can't. So because white people ain't gonna hire you if you have braids, you're scared.
Okay.
Right? Learn how to talk, because if you don't talk right, white people ain't gonna hire you because you're scared.
Okay.
So shit like that, right? It's like no tattoos, because again,
Okay.
you're gonna look out here and you're gonna get shot in the street because you're wearing tattoos. Don't make sense.
Well,
But
can we talk? I really don't know what impacts the Hispanic and Mexican community.
it's the same thing.
It's the same
It's
stuff.
well, I consider myself a POC because
What's
I'm an
that?
Afro-Latino person of color.
Oh, so you black?
Yeah, I'm Afro-Latino.
Hey!
I'm actually,
Afro-Latino!
like, if you really look at my roots, and I tell this to all my Nigerian friends, like,
Yes.
I have Nigerian roots because my people just got dropped off somewhere else.
Dang.
But anyway,
Rob got his hair braided and he's Afro-Latino, so he black. That's how I know that people of color, like, we really are from the same place, just different
we all got the
locations.
sauce.
We all got the sauce, the
White people
juice,
been trying to-
baby.
White people have been stealing it for years and claiming it. So, but this is not the type of discussion, guys. What I wanted to do is, since I got you here, you're my first guest on this thing here. This is a whole new series that I've been planning to do. Because you see, I have a lot of friends, as you know, we have a
Yes.
lot of shared connections. But I've always had like a certain wall in front of me.
Okay.
So like I have friends, but I don't know my friends. And my friends don't know me either.
Wow.
Right?
Okay.
Because it's always like distance, because I've always had like,
It's that Houston thing.
no, it's not a Houston thing.
It's Houston.
No, it's not a Houston thing. Because I've always had like trust issues
That's Houston thing.
based on the bubble that I was raised in, but we're not going to talk about that here because this is not about me today.
It's Houston. I'm gonna really tell you guys how other people live in other parts of the world, and it's just Houstonians that are very standoffish and don't want to tell you about your life, and you gotta do all this stuff to be their friend.
No, it's just trust issues. New Yorkers have the same trust issues that I do.
No, it's no trust issues.
Bye. Anyway,
All right.
but this series essentially is every once in a while, I'm not going to do my solo shit. Every once in a while, I would like to invite some of my friends over so I can actually meet my friends.
Ooh.
People who I consider family. And this is great content, right?
Yes.
Because look, I know my friends and I consider them family, but like again, I always keep them at a distance, right?
You're right.
I'm cool. But meeting my friends would be kind of dope content, right? Because I don't know them.
Okay.
Like for example, Jasmine, I've been calling you freshman for about like 6-7 years now.
Yeah, you have.
Because I met you when I went to TV, and
Yes.
you was a freshman.
I was a freshman.
And I'm not like just honestly, I'm not good with names, so I give people nicknames because I didn't remember your name was Jasmine until like 3 years in.
It's all right. That's perfectly fine with me.
So here we are. Like, give me. I don't have any questions. Again, I don't prepare for this shit, and I should. Granted, Jasmine here doesn't curse as much as I do.
We had an episode together.
And I was really nervous because I really had to watch what I was saying.
He
And
didn't. He cursed all up and through the
And I
podcast.
cursed a lot.
So how he watches that? Well, if he cursed the whole time, how he watch his mouth? My listeners, I was like, Lord, I pray they stick with me. You know,
Look,
Rob is a hot mess.
I as you know, I'm a Christian, but I'm a real one. Right?
What?
I'm not out here.
Okay, what's the difference? What's the
difference-
levels
the
of Christian?
There's no levels of Christians. Can I write on this?
Yeah, go ahead.
There's no levels of Christians, right? It's just
You
two
see how
branches.
free this is? It has no lines because I feel like everybody try to box me in, and I'm a
You
piece
don't
of
know.
paper
You're
with
really
no
on it.
lines.
But check this out. Right? So there's religion, and people really make light of this.
Okay,
Again, my spelling is fucked
all
up.
off.
Whatever.
REL.
Listen, I'm Hispanic.
Yeah, I'm
sir.
just here to make
Ma'am.
this funny. I love my intro. Like, do you consider yourself introverted?
Yes.
Okay, so this is what you do. You find extroverted friends, and they bring the best out of you. So this whole episode gonna be funny and lively because this is
true.
just what I do.
And
Okay,
then-
go ahead.
And then you have spirituality. Religion wants you to live in the, like you said, in this box.
In
of
this
religion.
box.
Spirituality understands that through communion with God, you can live in this bubble and then be out the bubble and then communicate back and forth. Because we can differentiate the spiritual, which is what we are. We're spiritual beings living a human life.
Yeah.
But we live a human life.
Yeah.
So we live in the outside world. Right? And we need the tools, which is the Bible. We need the tools to be able to function in that world.
Yeah.
Religion wants you to live here. Always. At all times. In this little circle, a bubble where they tell you what you can and cannot do.
Yeah.
Right? I don't fuck with religion because of that. Right?
Y'all ever just want to just fall out? This is me dying every time.
Look, and you know who I follow my pastors on IG. My pastors follow me back. It's a constant like, Robert, you sure you
Mike Ty follow you back?
Huh?
Mike Ty follow you back?
Not yet.
Shoot, everybody.
But
trying
I'm kind of beefing with Mike Ty at the moment.
Why?
Because of the
Kanye?
whole Kanye thing.
Oh, this is a great topic. I love Kanye.
I love Kanye too.
Then why are you mad at Mike?
Because I believe that actions have consequences.
Like what kind of
Look,
action?
here's the deal. I love what Mike Todd is doing. Shout out to you. I know you're watching this. I love you and I love your sermons. I learned a lot through your relationship series, which is what I spread to her and hers.
At this point,
We're not gonna talk about this. But the thing is, Kanye West dug himself out of a hole using religion.
okay.
Because the thing that bothers me about us is that we're gullible as fuck.
We are. I'm gullible. It's
We
a
are
part of my
super
sign and
gullible
everything.
Because we're taught to forgive, we're taught to love, and this is all well and dandy.
Yeah.
But it leads to opportunities for somebody who knows that they can profit off of what we do. It leads them to be like, yo, I just need to get down on my knees and pray, and they're gonna forgive me, and they're gonna expose me to like these millions of people who are also gonna buy my shit. So it's like,
Do you really think it's for monetization?
yes, but that's not. Here's my conflict, because that's not my responsibility to think about.
Okay.
In our world, we have to understand something, right? We need to be able to separate logic from spirituality, because a lot of spiritual shit doesn't make any sense logic. And
Okay.
it's hard for me to do,
Yeah.
because I'm an engineer.
Yeah.
My shit is like one thing leads to another.
Yeah.
How do I get from point A to point B?
Yeah.
That's an engineer's mindset. First of all, I need to find a problem, and then I need to be able to solve it. So everything has a solution. And spirituality is ass backwards, right? You have a solution, then it just shit.
Okay.
Right? So what happens with me and Kanye is like I'm trying to separate that logic because this is not the first time Kanye does this. And believe me, I've been a Kanye supporter since he came out with College Dropout. I believe he's the greatest artist of our generation.
Okay.
Until he married the Kardashian. But neither here nor there. Now
I heard it had something to do with his mama dying and
it's
opportunity.
it's sad
but they've
shit.
been together for 5 years.
It's sad
Statistically,
shit.
if your marriage makes it past 5 years, you're probably gonna be together forever.
And I understand pastors. I've been told that stuff will happen in my life. I'm fighting it. I'm trying to fight it because I do not want the pastor life.
Actually,
I'm tattered and everything.
Listen,
it is what it is.
I think Rob and I on this show should just be like, hey guys, we're your internet pastors.
No.
Yeah.
That's a lot of responsibilities.
It's not.
No. Because check this out.
If we do it together, it won't be.
No. Check this out.
We got an Instagram group.
No, because pastors have this responsibility to live in the spiritual at all times.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they have to understand that love and gullibility. They have to live within that.
Oh,
and no,
I don't see logic with people.
No, check this out.
Help me to help
So,
me.
in order to lead someone in the spiritual,
okay,
you have to take them for what they are.
Right.
Right.
Which is what
and
we
you
do
gotta
all the time.
And you gotta love them, and allow them to do certain things that may be disrespectful. I'll punch a motherfucker so fast it's not even funny.
Right.
I can't.
Okay. I personally, I live in that gullible state. I live in a very gullible bubble. That's why I get hurt a lot.
No, it's not. And maybe we should call it something else on gullibility because it's not the right word.
I'm very gullible.
But look,
people know it and they use that.
But yeah, check this out. So pastors need to wear their armor at all times. I don't like wearing armor. I like being able to curse. I like being able to be like, what? I'm gonna go to the club tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm gonna drink.
You in the
drinks.
club?
No, not necessarily. But I'm just saying I have the
So you got one foot in, one foot out.
No, that's not true. I have a full understanding of my position within the spiritual world. I just have the opportunity that is bestowed upon me by Jesus to live life to the fullest.
What?
And irresponsibly, because everything in access. This is good having a partner here.
First off, I need you to know
access?
if you living in your access or your excess. I'm gonna need you to know.
No, I'm just saying everything in excess. Everything in
excess.
excess is bad.
Yeah, access is like I have access to you. Excess is like I have plenty.
Yeah. So check this out. Jesus turned water into wine because he likes to turn up. Is that not true? He was like, "Oh, the parties, we ran out of."
Are we in the same episode here?
We ran out of. I'm gonna put this on my YouTube, and I'm not even gonna edit this. Besides just putting my name.
I think this is beautiful. Like
Right,
I
so
love
check this
how
out.
raw and authentic, because Rob likes authentic content.
So check this out. There's nothing wrong with living in the natural, because we all live in the natural.
Okay, in the natural.
Right? We live.
Can you write another box? Because I need you to explain, club turn up.
No, it's not. I exaggerate. I exaggerate because I don't act up, and nor do I turn up like that.
I thought you was just at Bible study yesterday.
Monday. Was yesterday Monday?
No, 2 days ago.
I need church a lot.
Okay, and you guys, that's why I'm trying to tell y'all. Rob is talking, but that boy, before we got even on this mic, he decided he gave his whole how him and God is right here.
Yeah.
So I think he playing. I want y'all to know he's playing.
I'm not. Because there's this image that people have of what it means to be like me. Right? And I don't curse. Like, the image. I don't curse. I'm holier than thou. I believe that I'm better than everybody else.
Who is out there doing that?
People who,
It's that Houston energy.
It's not Houston.
It is.
If anything, it's Dallas with their bougie ass.
No, it's because what I learned when I moved to New York. Are you getting upset? I feel energy. I feel all the Houston energy.
Yeah, I'm good. What am I wearing with this? This is getting hot. Oh yeah.
So the reason why I'm saying it like this is because when I was in college, I'm from Arkansas. So my perspective of how friends treat each other and how first, are you getting yourself together on camera? It's authentic and raw.
Look at it's
First off, he is Dragon Ball Z. Anyways, y'all look, ask him to do his do-rag. Let's see your braids.
You're not gonna see my braids.
Can we try to see your braids? I just want to see, cause he Afro Latino. So, all right. So let me go back to what point I'm making. Right. I'm from Pine Bluff, Arkansas. I grew up in a very small town. Everybody knew everybody. Our activities were like we going to somebody's house, or we having a kickback, or we spending the night, or we playing cards. Like I grew up where like we had to interact with everybody because everybody and their mama knew each other. Now when I moved to Texas, I went straight to Prairie View. I was only in Dallas, no car and stuff, for like a month. Excuse me. Next thing I know, I'm at Prairie View and I'm meeting all my Houston friends. And I pray nobody gets upset with me. I'm just identifying the problem and I have a solution.
Wow, you're a problem now?
I'm identifying the things that I saw as a problem and I now have a solution. What I saw with my counterparts from Houston is that
She a hater. That's what she is.
everybody's kind of raised so separate. Sugarland, Pearland, downtown. When you meet people, everybody, because it's like y'all are city kids. Like I'm a country kid, right?
Well, that's the thing about Houston, though. Houston allows you to be both.
Right. However, I
Yeah.
definitely met a lot of people that were more city and didn't have a lot of country aspects. Like the country mindset is, you my friend, you need whatever, I'll tell you my whole business. That's kind of what it is, right?
Tell you my whole business.
I live a very transparent life. Even though you call me freshman, you pretty much knew probably everything about me, right or wrong.
I don't know. That's the thing. That's what we did.
Okay.
I don't know.
So, but when I would meet my Texas friends, I noticed that it would take me a very long time to break down, like just kind of exterior of like who they were. It took a long time to get in. Like, who are you? What do you love? What are your passions? What are your insecurities? Like, it took a long time. When I went to New York, those people were from the city, but they acted the same way as people in Houston. It took a long time to break down barriers, to break down walls. If you couldn't do nothing for them, they ain't really mess with you. If there was nothing to gain, they ain't really mess with you.
Because that's the New York mindset, the hustler.
Right, but it ain't even hustler. It's just your formal interaction with humans. When I was here, I was like, I'm experiencing the same thing where people are not just themselves right off the bat. They kind of just, they got this wall up, this face that they want you to believe, and then there's a completely different person at home. I literally can say that ever since I was from Pine Bluff, New York, now I'm back in Dallas, I still love chicken, I still love God, and I'm still about getting this money. I'm the same chick.
Okay.
I have a lot more maturity, but I'm literally the same person.
No, I feel you. And we're going to talk about this in a bit.
On and off camera.
So check this out. Back to this.
That scratch hurt. However you scratched, that hurt me. Because you was trying to find your next match. No, you was trying to find what you was about to say.
So check this out, right?
All right.
So I'm gonna finish this topic and then we're gonna start the show.
Okay.
We're like 20 minutes in, we haven't started shit. So just because I can live, here's the thing. You're saying I'm 1 foot in, 1 foot out of the spiritual.
We back there.
I beg to turn that around. I'm like, I'm 1 foot in, 1 foot out of the natural.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, go ahead.
No,
I go for
because
it.
I live, I work, and I live, and I frequent the natural world, but I constantly, like, I stay in the spiritual.
Okay.
That's essentially.
So your natural state is what I'm experiencing right now.
Yeah.
This is your free self, y'all. This is really Rob in his natural
I'm like
braids.
this everywhere. I'm like this everywhere too. Like
I feel like this is my first time seeing you with braids.
Yeah, because it is the first time I've had braids.
Right. I feel
Like my friends call it an intervention.
I feel like that's because you're in your you're in your purest form. You have no one to prove. You don't have a job that you got to answer to.
Yeah.
You are literally a free person. And with freedom comes creativity.
Yeah. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
So, we're going to stop the spiritual talk, because then we're going to piss off everybody.
I mean, because I'm just wondering, like, the whole natural piece, because, like, okay, like, I'm trying to figure
the naturalist people, like, you have to understand, and this is the difference between me and a pastor.
Okay.
A pastor's a shepherd.
Right.
Right? So he wants to get everybody here.
Right.
I'm more like, I understand people ain't like me.
Okay.
And as long as they give off the same love and the same energy that I do,
yeah,
we cool. Like, you don't have to be Christian for me to be like, what's up?
But
like,
that, a pastor, you ain't got to be Christian.
Correct. No, if my pastor says, like, I'll be whatever you need me to be.
Heck yeah.
Right? But in a sense, it's like, it's always, like, I feel like it's always in the back of their mind to, like, convert.
Oh, yeah. That's the number one thing with me.
Right?
Convert.
I'm more like, look, if it works for you, it works for you, my G. Like,
okay. I know. That's why I love what Kanye did. I love that he a Christian. This is the best thing for us.
No, and
because he got so many people attached to him.
Yeah, for Christians, it makes sense because it fits in.
So, are you Christian?
Yeah.
Okay.
Christian. So check this out.
You talking about us in the next second stint, so I be having to ask.
It fits us in a good sense because we're not supposed to argue the reasons why.
Yeah, I don't argue.
We're just supposed to support, love, and enjoy the results of it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But there's a piece of me that can't let go of the why is he really doing this?
Right. And only time will tell.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm a very cause and effect kind of guy.
Okay.
So whatever actions the word says it, actions have consequences.
All the time.
Right? Where is his consequences? Because he can't just be like repent and then, wow, we all love you. This ain't the prodigal child situation.
Why not? Why? But when we came to know Jesus, we was acting one way and we repented.
And this is where I'm hypocritical. This is where I'm hypocritical. So because I agree 100% with you.
I ain't have to go through no test.
No, I agree. I agree. I'm telling you, this is my hypocritical section. This is me being a hypocrite. I can't get out of the fact that this dude is supporting white supremacists, that this dude is playing on that.
Right, but I don't...
And it's like, I have to ignore it.
Is he still for Trump?
Yes.
When?
Just a couple weeks ago, he was like, I'm not letting people dictate what I am. I support who I support.
Okay.
And I'm just like, I can't. You can't.
But does that mean because he supports different political views?
I think he's just ignorant.
Okay. And you ain't never met an ignorant Christian before?
Absolutely.
It just happened that this one is famous.
No, I don't like him either. I don't like ignorant anybody.
But do you get the point? The only difference between Kanye and some ignorant person is literally he's famous.
And he's profiting off of...
How is he profiting?
His shirts cost like $200.
That was even before he was talking about being a Christian.
Yeah, but now he's like...
Well, Kanye also, as an entrepreneur, let's separate it. As an entrepreneur, right? So he's still an entrepreneur. He was still Kanye West. Why should Kanye West have a $10 tee? His name is worth more. He's worked hard.
I agree. I don't disagree with you.
So when Rob reaches whatever heights he at, you still want him to charge a $10 tee, or you want him to have a $200 tee? And he's basically saying there's only a group of people that's going to be able to afford to wear what I have. No. That's a specific target market. If we're talking business. I agree. But what they got to do with him being a Christian and profiting off of Christianity? I love how I'm saying him right now. Like, look at him. He over here breathing hard. Because I'm being real.
She's right. She's 100% right.
I'm being real.
I have no answers for this. And I know I'm hypocritical in the fact that...
So Rolls Royce and Benz and Porsche, they supposed to lower their price for me? No, I rise to the occasion. Yeah. And if you want to buy anything that Kanye has, before he was a Christian and before he did all this other stuff,
I can't afford that shit.
And guess what? Just because he a Christian don't mean you supposed to afford it now. That means that we,
But that's not what I'm talking about.
as humans, need to level up to be able to pay for it.
You're right. You preaching.
Rihanna, all these people. Why they gotta charge what I could charge? For speaking engagement, these people can probably charge $50,000, $100,000, $500,000. I heard Simone Biles, like her minimum going rate for like a speaking engagement is like $50K. So you want Simone Biles to sell a $5 shirt?
And she's got how many followers? Like million?
She's an Olympian. That chick has.
No,
she's an
I
Olympian.
thought you was talking about the homegirl, the other Simone.
B. Simone. Oh, okay. I'm not sure about B. Simone, but I'm talking about Simone Biles, the Olympian.
Don't just disrespect her and call her the Olympian. She's the best gymnast ever.
First off, I'm going to the Olympics 2020, so I ain't disrespecting her. I'm trying to talk to her.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I'm just saying.
She out here in Houston. I can't wait. Like, Lord, let her run. Let me just run into Simone Biles, please.
She's the greatest gymnast to have ever lived.
Right, and so my thing is, I want to be able to support Simone Biles, the greatest Olympian that ever lived, and if she got a $500 shirt, it means I need to buy her $500 shirt, because if I wear her shirt, I'm wearing the goldest Olympian to ever live. And you just said yourself, Kanye West is the best rapper musician or whatever artist of this time. You want to wear the greatest. You're going to pay great prices.
Look, it's
let's learn to value ourselves.
I understand that it's hypocritical.
And
I understand that I need to do better.
And if you know better, do better. Let's correct it right now. Why we got to wait 24 hours when we know we need to fix right now?
Because I'm hurt. And I'm emotional when I'm hurt by the people who How Kanye West hurt you? Did he feed you, finance you, or did he do anything else with you? We're not gonna do this. We just.
Why are you hurt? Why? Don't be cutting me off.
I'm not.
Why are you hurt? What did Kanye West do for you?
I'm gonna hit you with the mother situation. I'm not hurt. Okay. I'm
disappointed. I mean, but people disappoint you. That's what we're literally put on this earth to disappoint, because we're not perfect. We're not 100. We're like 90. Like we 99.9. Like that 1% is real jacked up.
No, you're talking to someone who's flawed as can be, and
expresses that flaw too,
and expresses those flaws.
Right.
Because I'm a work in progress. I ain't shit yet.
But you are. You're not. I don't like when, because I'm not gonna curse y'all. He ain't gonna give me the curse. I don't like when people like kind of put themselves down.
No, it's not. I twisted it.
Where is it at? Where the twist?
I ain't shit yet.
I don't know. You ain't gonna hear me talking about myself like that.
Let that breathe.
I am the ish. Because I am all of that chips.
I got so much growth to do that I know the end product, and I know that the product is motherfucking like even more beautiful than I already am. But it's like I'm not there yet.
Okay.
So I ain't shit. Yeah.
Alright. Well, I'm going to just say that today is the best day that's ever lived, and I haven't seen tomorrow, but I know I've been past yesterday, and I'm happy, and today is the best day. I'm optimistic, and I'll never be broke another day in my life.
Be like Jasmine. Don't be like Robert.
I mean, I'm just completely different from Rob. I'm not going to wake up like I ain't ish yet. I am ish today, tomorrow, and the next day until the Lord takes me home. That's my energy.
We need to have a conversation, because I remember.
We having it.
No, I'm smart ass. Check this out, because we talked about religion.
Yes.
And I don't want to get too much into that today, because I want to actually talk about the topic that I expressed like 30 minutes ago.
Okay, let's do it. I'm not gonna. I'm literally taking the interviewee seat.
Yeah.
I'm being quiet.
But check this out. The taboo topic is really like I want to have it. Because I want to get in trouble. Like Christian taboo topic that I spoke about. You'll have to comment on my video, on the very first one, second one. Because I was like, in the Christian community, there's a lot of taboos, and you was like, we need to talk about this.
Oh, the LGBTQ. Okay, yes. Okay, that may get us in trouble, but let's do it.
I stay in trouble.
Let's do it, because it'll really get us in trouble.
Look, check this out.
I'm
gonna keep the LGBT.
I think short. We should talk. Yeah, but we should talk about it, because I have something to say.
My job is to love and support.
Let us get to the topic, then we can express, because you don't even know what my opinion is.
Yeah. I'm telling you my opinion on the topic.
Okay.
And I understand that the word says whatever it says. I don't remember.
Right.
About being with a man and a woman or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. My thing is, every sin is weighted in the same scale, and it weighs the same.
Right.
So why is it my business to figure out who somebody fucking? Like that's my thing.
So are we talking about it? Is this it?
We're going.
Okay, and I have this post, and it says, I would like to apologize to anyone who...
I reposted that, by the way.
To anyone I have not yet offended. Please be patient. I will get to you shortly. Okay, so I'm already putting a disclaimer out. If I haven't offended you, I may be about to offend you, and I'm apologizing in advance. Okay, so can I be real honest and transparent with you? A lot of the people in my circle, a lot of people that I know, and a lot of people that talk to me, they are a part of the LGBTQ community. And I watched a documentary with Jada Pinkett Smith on the Red Table Talk, and it was a pastor who had gone all his life. He was a husband, he was a pastor, he had children.
I don't know if I was okay with that. Part of me was like, but continue. Because I saw that.
Right? And he said that he went from being a pastor, he was a white man, he went from being a pastor,
White people are nuts.
and he's transgender. And he said that God wanted him to be free. And at his very truest state, he risked it all. He risked his church, he risked his children, he risked his marriage, and now he's functioning as a woman. A lot of the people that I know that talk to me, they are either in relations with a woman and they're a woman, or they're in relations with a man and they're a man, or they're transgender. Being in New York opened my eyes to a lot, right? When I was living in the South, I was extremely conservative because we're raised in this religion, exactly, right? And it's just like there's a masculine energy, there's a feminine energy, right? Like if I'm a woman, I can't be tomboyish, right? Or if I'm a man, I gotta play sports. There's this very like identity attached to gender, right? And I just recognized, like when I was in New York, like there were very masculine men that liked fashion. They would put on a pink blazer, you know. That was they had creativity, but because they were artists and they were creative, but they loved women, right? So I began to really transition my thoughts to, I think people should be free to express themselves. And when it comes to what they want to love and who they identify with and who they want to love, I looked at the bigger picture and I said people shouldn't die for it. I said God called us to love.
My pastor always says we don't hate the sinner, we hate the sin.
Right. And so for me, like, I don't even put my energy no more into that's your sin. Correct. When I know that I've sinned myself.
Yeah, and it's all the same shit.
And someone else that is of that community is waking up controversial every day. They're waking up not even feeling okay to be alive because everybody thinks that of them in that way, and it's all because, and sometimes again, this isn't the root cause. I've talked to a lot of people, and some of them have been touched. It stems from something from childhood. But I won't say that just because you had something from childhood. Like, you could really just want to spend the rest of your life with a woman, or you could really want to spend the rest of your life with a man. That's up to you. I can control 100% of the things that I do. So my call to action is to love. My call to action is to be a safe place for people to express themselves. And through time, through love, whatever seems right to you will be right for you. There are also, I don't know if y'all have ever heard her name, Sophia Ruffin. She was a woman that was she was a man. I mean, you could look at her, she was, dating women, because I don't like to use the homosexual. It's also heavy. okay, she was a woman liking a woman. I feel like that's lighter.
Mm-hmm.
She was a woman liking a woman, and you know, she looked like a guy. She walked like a guy. She had baggy clothes, and the Lord completely delivered her.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, she preaches to the nations.
Yeah.
I know it's another one. She's a part of the Poets in Autumn. Jackie Perry Hill. She wrote a book on gay woman or gay girl, good God. She too had loved a woman, and now she has 2 daughters and a husband. So I'm not saying that's
because some people are very fluid with what they like or whatever.
right. And all I know is that I can control 100% of the things that I can control.
Yeah.
There was a time when I was in New York. Throughout the year, I was talking to people about abortions that they've had. People had sexual, you know, diseases that they had, you know, what is the word? When you get it contracted, like they had sex and someone gave them something, or
That's a deeper.
But at the very core of all of that was me not being somebody that pointed the finger and saying you did something wrong. It was
uplifting.
I'm called to love you right now.
Uplifting. And I think that's the root of it, right? Because like I believe it's the same thing you do. I believe in like, look, that shit ain't my business.
Yeah.
And if you have,
but it is though when people dying.
Correct, but that's a different type of business. Because now you're confusing 2 things.
Right.
Right. You're confusing the issue that you may feel that you have with the people that do it.
Right.
And you're being aggressive towards it, and that's hypocritical to what Christians are supposed to do.
Yeah. I can say it with anybody dies.
Communion with God is irrelevant of who you fuck and what you want to do with your life. If you have a relationship, it's about having a relationship.
Which part though?
Huh?
Which part? I got a question on that.
It's a relationship, it's communion relationship with God. Like your personal relationship with God may be different.
My personal relationship. Okay, my personal relationship. Okay.
Right. And that's what it's all about, having a relationship. It's not God Almighty. He's you know, up here and I'm down here.
Yeah.
That's not correct, because that's wrong.
Yeah.
Because then we're looking at him as a deity, like he is, and he's very selfish about it. But he wants us to have a relationship with him as a parent-child.
Right.
Right? Because that's the new pact.
But I still fear God though.
Yeah, but it's the same way you fear a parent.
Yes. Well, slightly.
It's not.
Now that we grown now, you know, I respect parents.
Yeah, it's not. I
don't fear them.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
I fear God though.
Because check this out. There's 2 pacts, right? You're aware. There's the Old Testament
and New Testament.
And the New Testament.
All right.
The New Testament is Jesus died saving us.
Yeah.
And he brought all the benefits of the old one over to the new one.
I like how we like looking at this piece of paper that y'all can't see. Sorry, y'all. And we're being very analytical because we're engineers. He's like drawing boxes and squares.
Right. So he brought all the good stuff that came with the Old Testament and gave us freedom.
Yeah.
Right?
He did.
So at the very base, so like in my opinion, because I know you may differ, I don't believe in the devil.
Oh, wow.
I don't believe in hell.
Okay. That's unique.
Because I don't give energy to things that were already defeated.
Okay.
If you believe that Jesus defeated the quote unquote devil, then why are you fearing the devil?
Okay, so
I believe
it's controversial.
Yeah, I believe the enemy is yourself.
Okay.
It's your ego. It's your own ego that wants to fight your spirit.
Okay.
Because we all have an ego.
Yeah,
right?
We do.
And that ego makes
and you talking about that angel and that devil on each of our shoulders?
Sort of, if you want to keep it that way, right?
Okay.
So I don't believe the devil has anything to do with anything.
Okay.
It's us.
Yes.
Ourselves.
Okay, so I get what you're saying. 100% agree.
So with this New Testament, Jesus went down, he froze over hell, etc., etc., etc. So everyone's saved. So at the very minimum, you're going to heaven.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
In a
so I can just go buck wild and I can start having sex out of it.
You're forgiven.
So,
it's not about being buck wild.
But can I go do that? Because I've been living my life.
But you have free will.
I know, but like, can I go be buck wild right now?
I mean, if you choose to, yeah, you can.
And I'ma still be okay.
God's still gonna love you.
Yes, but like
you're not gonna go to hell.
I think that little red demon
there's
devil
no
of
hell. You just
it's hell on earth. It's called not being happy, joy, love, peace, sound mind.
But that's based on your decisions. That's what I'm saying. Your experience here is gonna suck.
Okay. Okay.
But once you transcend, look. Okay. So I got an email from something very important. Once you transcend, it's a completely different story.
Right.
But we're put here on Earth. Let me put the music back on. We're here on Earth to experience the best life possible.
Okay.
And you can only quote unquote experience that best life by following the principles of love, prosperity, etc., etc., etc. If you choose not to believe that, then your life is gonna be like ups and downs, and
your actions
lost.
will have consequences.
Your actions will have consequences.
Okay.
But once you transcend, you're cleansed.
Where are we going?
To heaven.
But what if we act up?
You're still going there, but you act up here, and your life will shed it here. In a sense.
Okay, so then why are we mad about Kanye? He going to heaven anyway.
I'm just extra.
Okay.
And emotional.
So that means everybody going to heaven. Yeah. That's what you're saying. Mm-hmm. I gotta see.
There's different levels. But I don't want to get into that because
that's why people be so confused about like God and stuff, because it's like,
anyway, check this out.
How many levels is gonna be?
So I forgot what I was talking about. I lost my train of thought here. So Jesus died for us, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah.
Right. So this New Testament brings forth a new relationship with God, because that's what we were talking about.
New relationship.
Right. Because in here, God wasn't a father. In the Old Testament, God wasn't a father. God was just God. And he would strike you down if you did something, like he struck out the enemies of Israel. He struck down Israel because they was buck wilding, etc., etc., etc.
Okay.
In here, Jesus recognized us as his siblings, right?
Okay.
And recognized us and gave everyone. That's
access.
Why he had to go.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he had to go. He's like, I have to go so the Holy Spirit can live within every single one of you guys.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? So the relationship changed.
Okay.
So now it's not fearing God, it's respecting God as a father figure.
Okay.
And with that, you can have a very close relationship with him.
Okay.
Irregardless of what your sins are, because we all sin. Mm-hmm. So that's my opinion on a deeper level of the LGBTQ.
Okay.
I have some weird, natural. I find it hard to understand the transgender community.
Right. Because
it's like, I believe you're either a male or a female.
Right.
Because you're messing with God's creation kind of way.
Right.
Because if God wanted you to be a female, he would make you a female. But it's not my problem to go.
I feel like.
But if you want to fuck whatever you want to fuck, go ahead and do it.
Right. And again, just thinking about all of that confusion, when a person is waking up every single day in that type of confusion. Religion. But what I mean by that, like, it's already so much weight that's being placed on yourself. If you wake up and you've been told, you have body parts like a woman, you don't need nobody else to mess that up. So you already got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
I don't need to come and add to you.
So that's the simplest one, right?
Yeah.
The LGBTQ.
Yeah, that's a simple bucket.
W, because they add a letter every fucking.
Abortion's a bucket. It's a lot of buckets.
Abortion is something I think we both share responsibility.
Both men and women?
No, both the natural and the religion.
Okay.
I think we both, because I don't believe in abortion because I don't choose to believe it, but I also believe that it's your body and you can do whatever you want with it, right? My thing is, we're missing the point. We're attacking a problem when we're attacking a completely different problem.
Right.
We're choosing to be ignorant.
Yeah.
Of why that stuff happens.
Yeah.
And that happens because we don't educate
ourselves.
The church doesn't educate a female or a male to act accordingly. So that doesn't happen.
Right.
So you can't blame something when it happens and be like, frown upon it and hate it and do it, and you don't want to educate and take on the problem at its root.
And you're talking about just having like sex education.
Being sex positive.
Right. And like saying sex is a good thing.
Yes.
How many of us have heard that growing up? Sex is a good thing. In fact, I was laughing. Okay, this is random, and it's just to lighting the mood, you guys, because me and Rob are friends. Like, we're just having these conversations that we have with each other with y'all. So I was like, when I have my kids, I want my kids to have a card, and I'm gonna be like, okay, it's Father's Day. I'm gonna be like, kids, go bring this to your dad, and the card gonna be like, my parents had sex, yay!
Yeah.
Like celebrating the act of two humans
Don't say that.
loving each other. All right.
See, God working.
God working, okay. So, the boy said, don't say nothing. He's supposed to know I be talking.
Protect my energy.
Protect your energy. It's so serious, especially when you doing stuff nobody else doing. You gotta tunnel vision. But pretty much, I'm like, I want my kids to just bring a card to their dad and just be like, hey dad, like, thanks for having sex with my mom.
That's hilarious and kind of.
Like that's like how my mind works, because like, how do you teach a child that sex is okay?
Well,
Just bring a card to dad on Father's Day or mom on Mother's Day. Say, thanks dad for having sex with my mom, because y'all love each other and y'all had sex. And then you go to school, my parents had sex to have me. Like, oh, what's sex? Oh, that's when two humans that love each other do it, and you know, whatever else comes with it.
once we teach sex as a good thing, like you just said,
Okay.
once we teach that and we teach it in a positive light,
Heck yeah.
people would understand that it's not just sex.
Heck
It's
yeah.
it's you're sharing energy, and
You're sharing a soul.
right, because you're literally the act of becoming one. Right.
Can we describe what have you ever been sad and you didn't know why you was sad?
It's because you messing with somebody.
Somebody
who's giving you
and
that energy.
they sad.
Or when you like your body, as a female, your body is literally made to reject stuff energy that it doesn't like.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever you get certain types of infections, it's because that ain't meant for you.
Woo! God, no.
Or when you're like, this thing didn't react to me in a certain different way. That's because it's not meant for you. It's real. Like that energy,
real.
like that
Energies
energy
are
is
real.
real.
Yeah.
So once you teach,
Yeah.
once the church understands that and
Yeah.
teaches
They need
the
to.
importance of like, look, it's not the fact that you doing it, it's the fact that you're ruining yourself, you're ruining your spirit, because what you're doing
Yeah.
is you're sharing yourself and not understanding the connections that you're creating.
And it gets so deep, y'all.
Yeah.
Like, that's why when you break up with someone and it take you years to get over them.
Unless you're emotional like me, and then it just happens anyway. But we're not gonna go there. So, but check this out, right?
You're the funniest dude, I swear.
But being sex positive is not a bad thing. It just leads to more education.
It does.
And I bet you, if that happens, abortions will drop, because people will be more wary of who they're sharing their bodies with,
Yeah.
etc., etc., etc. You can't attack a problem after it happened. You can't just be like, oh, we hate abortion, but we're not going to teach you ways to prevent it.
Right, but that's like America, right? Like, they give you a paycheck and they don't tell you how to spend it.
Yeah.
Why you think they gonna tell you not to, or tell you not to
but
control
here's the
your
thing.
body and not tell you why?
Look, I said in my most recent episode of KSolMedia, I dropped it this morning on IGTV. You should go listen.
Launching.
I said that America and every government structure has taken the principle that was created by religion and molded it to control the less informed. Because if you look at,
We all listen for him.
yeah,
Oh.
look, the Catholic Church, and I'm about to shit on y'all. I'm sorry, I love y'all, but it is what it is. The
How do you
Catholic-
love someone and then go and ish on
shit,
them?
because I love you, I can shit on you.
Okay.
It's kind of like we family. Like I could shit on you,
But is that positive? I think that's
Maybe not.
negative behavior.
probably,
It's not healthy.
but it's like you got siblings, right?
Yes, but you
You
communicate
ain't fight-
in a
you
loving
ain't-
way.
you ever-
It's
you
called
never
the
fought your-
sandwich method. Because I love
Look.
Rob represent my Houstonian brothers and sisters. So the sandwich method, meaning there's a top bun, there's a bottom bun, and there's meat. Hey, I have something that I want to share with you, but before I share it with you, you're already great and amazing. Catholic church, Catholic friends, y'all are great, this and that. This is something that I would like to communicate and just share with some things I've witnessed, and maybe there could be some improvement. But last bun, I still love you, I still care, and I definitely have no ill wills, intentions of where my heart posture is when I communicate about being Catholic.
I just did
you
that.
did. You said,
I
love y'all, but I'm about to ish on y'all.
Yeah.
I need you to be like, but I love you still.
And I love you after I shit on you.
But you gotta do it that hard. Like, when I imagine someone ishing on me, they're taking their pants down and they're literally plopping a turd.
It's extra.
Like,
it's extra.
it is.
It's extra,
I don't want nobody ishing on me.
It kind of
whether what I believe, whatever.
It just kind of like gives it the extra.
Y'all, all I'm displaying is to you all, like, whatever you knew about me, I have really good and great communication skills. I've paid for courses and classes.
But check this out. The structure of the Catholic Church is based on who could read or not read.
Oh.
Back in the day.
That's just slavery.
Yeah, because the majority of the people could not read or write.
And so that's why they had to go to the Pope to pray?
Etc., etc., etc. Right? So the human aspect of it was like, oh, so we can control this. So we can manipulate what this book says, because we're the only ones who could understand what the fuck it says. And I can tell you what you're doing is right or wrong, and you can't say anything about it because you don't know.
And that's the Pope job.
That's kind of like
the guy that you come talk to and pray.
My mom always says, like, if I know the head of the circus, why I gotta come talk to a clown? If I have a relationship with God, why I gotta go talk to this Pope? When I could just talk to God. But that notion of controlling the people has existed forever.
Yeah, like slavery.
Yeah.
That's like the whole premise of the world.
Correct. So they take that, and the government, the 1% uses that to kind of manipulate everyone else. Keeping people ignorant is what the 1% wants.
You're right.
Because if you can't read, you can't know that we're exploiting you.
Yep. Oh, and if you want to know numbers on what it takes to be the 1%, because I got y'all.
It's billions, right?
No.
It's not billions?
No. So you need to make. This is not billions. Americans need 63.4 million to join the top 0.001%, which is 41,740 to be in the top half.
Okay, that's cool. So you need to be like,
You only need 63.4 million to be in the top 0.001%.
Yeah.
So if you're making like 100K right now, you're already in the top 20%. And if you are making like 515K, you're in the top 1%. So the 0.001 is 63.4 million.
Yeah. So it's some deep stuff here, right?
And at the very bottom, it's like 41,000.
But I think based on everything, topics that are taboo are based on the fact that I don't want to take responsibility
for my actions.
No, me as a religion, as a church, I don't want to take responsibility on everything because I don't have to.
As a church?
As a religion, I don't have to take responsibility for everything, for anything.
Oh yeah, because it's like, oh God.
Yeah, it's like God. It's like this is like quote unquote like this. Like the Bible is just some. Look, I've been blessed enough to be in a church that teaches that the Bible is a guide, right? And it's ever changing with the times.
Okay.
Some of it is literal. Other pieces of it are metaphorical.
Okay.
So it can fit with different times. We're not stoning. Well,
no,
the majority of the world
we're in
is
the
not
digital
stoning.
age.
Yeah. So it's different. We gotta have a different approach to reach the masses.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. But a lot of people are still stuck in the fact that they want to stone women. In a metaphoric way, because it's like they're still stuck. It's like, oh, the Bible says do this, this, and this. Yeah. Like, fam, they didn't have toilets back then.
Yeah.
So relax.
But men also try to control women's bodies.
Again,
That's
Keep
weird.
looking at this box because it doesn't make sense. Because the Bible, and it totally contradicts the Bible, by the way, because the Bible says treat women like you treat the church.
How do people treat the church?
Like Jesus. Like, let me rephrase that. Treat women like how Jesus treated the church.
How did Jesus treat the church?
Jesus loved the church. Cared. Like he was like he. And I think, and I don't remember where it is or how it says it. I'm really bad with this stuff. But it's like a deep love and understanding.
For the people that say it.
Yeah. So people misconstrued everything to fit what they wanted to say.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and that's how it led us to believing women are objects instead of equals. What's the word?
Sorry if I'm yawning, y'all. I've been up since like 6 this morning.
She hasn't slept in like 3 weeks. But yes, so that's that topic.
Not 3 weeks.
Okay, so people are not gonna know, but they're gonna know because I just told them that we took a break and we're back. I still look good. What's up?
Now Rob just said he ain't ish right yet, but then every time we turn the camera on, he be like, I be looking good. He feeling himself, y'all.
I do.
He boosting himself for the yet part.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. You gotta do it right. It's not like I ain't really shit. I just hate.
You said it with your mouth. Our words are so powerful.
Look, my mom keeps telling me that all the time. Every time I talk, she's like, Robert, you shouldn't say that. Or Robert, you need to cut down on this. It gets stammering, but you know, it's intent. She loves me. That's what counts. But we're gonna start the interview with like 40 minutes in. And I don't really have a question.
Okay.
But I do want to get to know you a little better.
Yes, please.
So, I hope they can hear me. Hold up. Let me put this in farther in.
Should I come up?
Nah, you're good.
Okay.
Right, there we go.
It's just covering my face, and I really like what my eye look like.
Hold up, let's switch. Come here.
You the one be covering your face the whole time.
Yeah, because they already know me. And even if my face is covered, it's still better looking than most. So, we're good. Let's see, can I hear you?
Yes, you can.
Okay, cool. See, because I get down here. You see that? Okay. So, what's your journey been like?
Which part?
Let's cut it into pieces. Right, so pre-college.
Pine Bluff.
What's your journey?
I'm born and raised Pine Bluff, Arkansas. I was the oldest of 2 sisters. I have a half brother in Pine Bluff. He's there still. I started working when I was I started being an entrepreneur the moment I learned that you could get money from doing something. So I was doing hair at a young age. Yep.
Like you could braid hair?
Yes, I can
Dude,
braid hair.
that's expensive. They charge me $40 to braid these hair.
You got 2 braids, Rob.
It's $40.
It was $20 a braid.
Pretty much.
Did you sit under the dryer?
Yeah, I did. It's like, I got them done on Saturday.
I think I know why they charge $40, but then again, I don't.
You think they played me?
Yes.
I don't know.
My whole head cost $60.
That's some bullshit.
You got 2 braids.
That's why my mom was like, yeah, this ain't gonna last long.
I personally think that it shouldn't have been $40.
Guys, I really wish this wasn't water.
Me, shoot, if you got some wine,
I have some red wine right there if you want some.
I don't know. Is this good for the...
It's old. I don't know.
All right, listen.
But it's Roscato. You don't
I'm not sure. So, born and raised, Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
You a hustler.
I started braiding hair.
How old was you when you was braiding hair? Like, cause you can't be like 9, 10 years old. Just like, I'm gonna charge you $20 to braid your hair.
But to be honest, I was doing my sister's hair when I was young.
Yeah.
They were my first doll's head because my sister Jaleesa is 2 years younger than me, so I'm 25. She's 23. My sister's 21. My other sister's 21. So it's like I can only say that it started probably when I was 7 years old.
But once you start charging, that's what I'm talking about.
Maybe 10 or 11.
And whose hair was you braiding? Like
My
all
friend
hair?
girls.
Or like the little young?
Yeah.
Like they would charge them like $2 to braid their hair?
No, like 15.
Word? And they had $15 or they
They
asked their
asked
mama?
their mama.
Okay, got you. That makes more sense.
Shoot, I was getting a bag since I was a little kid.
No, my first hustle was bootlegging.
Bootlegging movies.
I think the statute of limitations is past what it is, right? But listen,
First off, why your side hustle have to be illegal? That lets you know, and then you have to.
look, God changed my life.
Okay, so
But I used to like give me a list of songs, and I would download them for you, and I would like give you a mixtape for $5 for 12 songs. And if you had an extra song after the 12, it'd be like 25 cents.
wasn't even your music.
Sure wasn't.
You was getting the boys, and they was making mixtape for their girls.
Yeah. You think this is a game?
Are they still in relationships now?
Fuck if I know. I don't know.
Like, at least your music needs to, stem some relationships. And we keep looking here, we supposed to look here.
Look, I keep trying to tell you, right? It's hard because I look good.
Why you keep looking at yourself?
I'm weird.
It's like a mirror. Okay, I'm looking here now.
See, it's hard, right? Anyway, that was my first hustle. So your hustle was braiding hair.
Yes, and then I got my first part-time job at JCPenney's when I was like 15, and I was the greeter. JCPenney's. I didn't even know they hired greeters, but I got the job to greet people. So you were like
the person outside? Like
no, I was inside greeting every customer. I greeted people for 8 hours a day.
You're so like energetic.
And like...
That makes perfect sense.
I'd be like, welcome to JC where we save your pennies. Like, I used to get so like creative.
Wait, is that really kind of like why it's called JC Penney?
No.
Because that would make sense.
I literally don't know.
Marketing.
But that's what I used to tell. I was like, hey, welcome to JC where we save your pennies. I was helping people sell towels. I was selling bedding, people helping them with shoes, the baby clothes. Like, to be honest, it really did prepare me for my future because I had to make sure that customers were happy.
That makes sense.
And I loved people.
So you did that when you were 15?
Yes.
So you were like a freshman in high school?
I was actually like in 8th grade. Okay,
cool.
So, and I started driving when I was 15 too.
Nah, I've been driving since I've been like 12. It really don't make no difference.
Are we trying to interview or are you trying to like to
one up you every time?
One up me, like dang.
That's not.
This is what women say like when they share their accomplishments and how men share theirs.
Wow. I respect that. That's your that's not my intent though.
I know it's not.
Because you said you were all high and mighty. Like, I started driving when I was 15. I was like, what you talking about?
But that's because we're asking me questions. I'm giving you chronological order of what I can remember.
I thought you was just like, I started driving.
I'm not trying to compete on when you started driving.
Look, if you talking about like, I didn't get my driver's license until I was like 18.
And that's a hot mess.
Look,
I had my permit at 15 and my license at 16. Nope, so who's really in the right now?
I never had a permit. I was just driving. And you know what's funny? I have a story about that. The police.
No. That's the wrong thing to say. Yeah, cut that out.
Yeah, and this is important because this is the fluidity I wanted. You know what the first wreck I got into was? I was like 14 when I got into my first wreck. I was backing out of the garage. Yeah. Because we used to live in these apartments, and I was backing out the garage, and I hit a cop. But the cop was going over the limit, and you can clearly tell by how I hit his car.
Okay.
So he was like, I don't want any of this mess. So he just kind of let me go.
Was that some privilege?
I don't know, because the cop wasn't white. So I don't know.
Oh.
So he was like, I know I was in the wrong too, because I was speeding on this garage when it's like 20. I was going like 40.
So the black man was like, look,
so he was like, you know what? You did bad, I did bad. We can just, this never happened. But yeah, so.
We're focusing here, Robert.
High school. Now I'm talking to you.
I know on the camera.
Okay, fine. Whatever. Anyway, we got into high school. What happens in high school?
I go into hyperdrive. I was in clubs and organizations ever since I was like in 8th grade because I was in band. that's where it started. Well, no, I was actually the leader in my dance group when I was like in the 6th grade.
Wow.
So I've been a leader all my life. Even with me having two younger sisters, like I've been a leader a long time. So when I was dancing, I was a leader. When I was in high school, I was a leader. I wound up any clubs and organizations you could think of. I was a drum major. I played the clarinet. I was in every club in all leadership positions while going to school.
You ever get in trouble?
No. What? No. Okay, I'll tell you.
Cut.
I'll tell you one time. So I had this English teacher, and mind you, I may have acted up in this class because English was my lowest area. And
English?
Because you can ask anybody. When I came to Prairie View, I was not confident in writing. I could read. I couldn't write very well. And by my captions today, you would not be able to tell that. But pretty much I wasn't very confident in myself when it came to writing. And my English teacher would always pick on me. She's like, you talk too much. You're always talking in class. And I'm like, I don't want to write. I want to talk. And I remember one day she said she'd had enough. And she put me in in-school suspension. And my mama came up to that school, because I didn't tell nobody I had in-school suspension. My mama came up to that school. She said, my child will not go to jail.
That's extreme.
I was like, I'm sorry, Mom. She was like, why are you getting in trouble with your teacher? What's the problem? I said, she keeps picking on me because I keep talking. And I don't know why, because everyone else in the class talks. And when I talk, I get in trouble. And that was the one time. But my mom said I couldn't go to jail. So that was the end of my jail career. Suspension.
So your high school was like that overachiever who was doing all.
I was the popular kid in school.
Okay.
I was really popular. Everybody knew me.
Everybody knew you. Okay, cool. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So you clearly spread your wings in college.
I just replicated what I did in high school, and I just started over at 0.
I don't believe that.
I literally was in Nesby, and that's where it all started.
You're freshman.
Freshman year, I was a vice president in Nesby.
As a freshman?
The vice president in the freshman executive board.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's right, because Nesby is kind of like... Because I was in Nesby too, guys. I was just there.
He was sorry.
Listen.
I can say that because I was the president of the most distinguished chapter in the nation. Zoom in on my face when I say that. My chapter, when I was the reign, got the most distinguished chapter in the nation.
That's cool. Listen, there's a story behind...
It's amazing. I'm a black woman. Okay. Give me my freaking credit. I'm ready for my award.
You got an award.
When?
Didn't you get the most distinguished?
Oh, yeah.
You got the award.
So I don't feel like people respect that. That's hard work.
Listen, my story with Nesby is a little different because I went to U of H.
Oh.
And my story with Nesby started at U of H. Mm-hmm. And U of H.
I'm gonna keep looking here while you're keeping looking here. So we're gonna be looking.
Yeah. It's a mess. It's a mess, guys.
It's not a mess. We just need to focus. Okay. Canon.
Okay, so, and U of H's chapter is huge, and that's Nesby.
How big? Because we were the most distinguished chapter in the nation.
Okay, cool. That's great. Look, I'll shit
sorry,
on
y'all. PV Nesby,
I'll shit on U of H whatever. That relationship ended and it crashed and burned, and I will never go back to that place ever again. So I have no beef with shitting on U of H.
I'm not.
But my thing,
I'm talking about the
my thing is, I took Nesby as a secondary situation for me. So I was just a member.
What was your first?
IEEE.
Oh yeah, I did that too.
Because as a computer and electrical engineer, I was treasurer.
Is that how I met you?
No, I met you at the halls and I made fun of you and you just didn't like me because I called you a freshman.
I did not like you.
I just like you were in. It's like, why is this dude calling me freshman?
That's all I used to say, and I just kept going.
You every year that afterwards, what's up, freshman? Like, I'm a junior now, right? I was like, I don't care. We're recording and it's not Christmas yet. Relax. So we was talking about the IEEE shit and the Nesby shit, right? before we had technical difficulties.
Yeah, so we were saying how you called me freshman and how you were in IEEE and was your path.
Yeah, my thing was like for the U of H chapter.
Yeah.
I was historian first, like my sophomore year.
You were taking pictures?
Pretty much. And just keeping track of all this shit. And then I was membership chair, so I kept track of all the new members. Then I was treasurer, so I handled all that money. And you'd be surprised how much money there is on like.
Oh, U of H, they could afford to send all of their chapter members to regionals and nationals. Was it regional? Is that what we call it?
Yeah.
No, fall regional conference and national conference every year for free. You just had to be a member and you could go to the conference.
Yeah.
Do you know what prayer you could have done with that money?
An active member. So you had to have like, I'm telling you because I was part of that. So you had to be an active member. So you had to have gone to like the meetings. You had to take part of like all the other stuff. Then you could qualify to get sent for free. But if you were just like, oh, I'll pay my dues, no.
Well, I was an active member and I ain't getting no sponsorship all 4 years, 5 years.
That sounds like a personal problem, man.
I did my NRG games. I did Monster Truck.
Yeah, I remember because I did them too. Because I needed the community service for other stuff. That never really played out. Yet.
Oh, what you want to play?
Don't. We're not going to talk about that on camera.
I'll try to guess.
You already know.
Camera. I don't. Know.
Most of my friends are.
Who is your friends?
Don't worry about it. Ah! Anyway, so you get to college and you're still a goody two shoes.
You're an awesome person. That's what's wrong with that Greek stuff.
Because I took church over Greek stuff. I was like, y'all not gonna have my Sundays because my Sundays are the only time that I could go to church.
It was only for a short amount of time.
I'm not, because it's my commitment, right? I'd be like, plus the thing is, it was only for like 3-4 weeks, but I would have to skip church, all that stuff, and I was like, I'm very adamant about what I do in my spiritual growth. I has to be at least in the same level or higher than what I do here. So I was like, if I'm gonna pay this organization this amount of money, then I have to like, between my tithes and my offerings, I have to kind of match that over here because of my blessings. And I was like, I gotta pick one or the other because I'm broke.
Like, you sure you weren't functioning in the religion category with that?
No.
In the spiritual you were?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just like, look, I gotta pick one.
I pledged AKA. I had my process from March to
yeah, but you're a member
April.
of Bedside Baptist.
No, I'm not. I was going to Church Without Walls. I was going to Wheeler Avenue, and I went to Hope City.
Hope City?
Yes, and on some Sundays.
Like on the come up, Hope City? Not today's Hope City. On the come up
Hope City. And I went to
Hope City, what's
church
up? Y'all dope.
That it wasn't Dr. Tolliver. It was like a church in Prairie View.
Dr. Tolliver. Wow.
Not Dr. Tolliver. It's another art teacher.
Oh, no.
He's a business teacher.
Yeah.
I went to church every Sunday.
Dr. Tolliver.
Don't try to come for me, Rob. I went to church every Sunday, and I pledged, and I loved God.
No, because I was like, I had the conversation with them. It's like, look.
On Sunday, in our things, we had church.
Check this out. I was like, because I was in it. Like, I was in it. And I'm going to piss some people off. I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
But check this out. I was in it. And then I spoke to the recruiter, whatever, the grad chapter person. And I was like, look, I could come on Sundays, but it had to be like after church. He's like, okay. And they was like, well, and I was like, well, I think we can figure this out. And they're like, yeah, we'll work this out. I got an email like as soon as I said that. A couple hours passed. I got an email saying I was no longer part of the process. I was like, well, I guess.
Well, I don't know what you pledged, because once I paid my money, they better not have sent me an email.
No, at that point, it was pre all that stuff.
Oh, pre. Oh, you was in the underground line.
No, that's not. We're not gonna talk about that. It was pre before
What's
anything started.
Before the start?
I hadn't paid my dues yet. We were still in the process of like figuring out who they were gonna choose.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's nothing bad. But yeah.
I love God. I'm an AKA. I went to church.
I don't think.
And I'm not a part of Bedside Baptist. Like, I haven't gone to church for 2 weekends in
I'm
a
already
row.
mad. I was
Only
like, wait,
because
what?
I have been moving.
Okay, cool. Excuses. I'm just joking. I'm joking. I'm sorry.
I'm physically here
I'm
with Rob.
instigating.
How did my body get from New York to here?
I'm instigating. Is what I do. I'm an instigator. But yes, and then at that point, a lot of like other people had issues with that particular thing, and it was just. We're not gonna talk about that because people are gonna pick up on it. And I'm not finna get in trouble.
Okay.
But yes. So you get to. Why go to HBCU?
I was gonna go to UAPB.
UAPB.
Actually, I didn't want to go to college.
University
I hated
of
school
Arkansas
so much.
at where?
Pine Bluff.
Okay.
I honestly hated going to school so much that I didn't want to go to college. I just wanted to do hair.
That's actually not a bad decision.
I was told that if I
That's really-
chose to do hair, I wouldn't get insurance and I would not be supported. So that's why
Dang.
I went to school to be an engineer.
You know, I went to school to be an engineer because my dad was like, "You don't need a degree in business to do business." Because I wanted to study business. He was like, "You don't need a degree in business to
Where
do
was
business."
Gary V?
So he was like, "Choose something that could benefit you in your business endeavor." So I was like,
Did your degree benefit you?
well, a lot of from the perspective of like a lot of engineers are head of Fortune 500 companies as CEOs because they're engineers. So I was like, okay, cool, I gotta be an engineer. I like computers, so I like to code. I have history in here, so I became a computer engineer.
Okay.
That's essentially the logic of why I became. I tossed a coin between computer science and computer engineering because I like the hardware aspect of computer engineering. Something I don't do today, by the way. I just code. But yeah, that's why I chose to be an engineer. So you went to PV from jump.
Yeah.
And
Graduated
you didn't want
high
to be there.
school. And then I moved to Dallas, Texas, and then I went to Prairie View, and then I had the undergrad camp for us to see Squared Eye.
Okay. So that's why you wanted to be an engineer?
No,
Why
my
choose-
aunt
why an
was
engineer?
an engineer, and I really like phones. And all I wanted to do was make a phone.
Me and the PS4, I was like, I'm going to build this thing, and I'm going to code the games for this.
Yeah.
Completely different. It played out completely different, guys. 'Cause I
And
don't
now
even game
all
anymore.
I do is do stuff from my phone. I still don't know how to make one.
Look, I built like one of my favorite classes in college was electronics. So I literally built a mixer
Okay.
from scratch. It was not as high quality as this one, but it worked.
Okay.
Shout out to you guys.
Definitely.
But yes, so I remember a certain fundraiser to get you to New York,
Heck the freak yeah.
and everybody in engineering was like, you should give Jasmine some money because she wants to go to New York and work an intern for Goldman Sachs, but they're not paying the travel and they're not paying this
That's
day.
literally what it was.
So I mean, by that I think I had already graduated at that point.
Yes.
So I was like, I'm gonna go here and just sneak in like a good $50 and just like.
You gave me money? I think
Yeah.
I said thank you on my GoFundMe.
I
like respond. That was back then with Facebook and all that stuff, but I would like say thank you in
Yeah, I
the
don't know.
GoFundMe.
I was
thing.
just like anonymously, just like
I believe you were anonymous.
I don't like.
I
people
had
knowing
some
that I
random
know.
guy call me. Was like, I just want to know if you're a real person, but I'm sending you 100. It's like, okay.
Yeah, because at that point I was like just starting, and I was like, I got money, fucking, I'm living with my parents, but I'm gonna give her, I'm gonna support.
Thank you.
So I was just like, I did
It's
that
a
for.
great investment. Look at us right now.
So what's not to get sidetracked, but what's a sneaky way that you support?
People? I'll just put them on my Instagram story.
But that's not sneaky.
I support out loud,
Oh, okay,
actually.
cool.
I don't sneaky support.
I sneaky support, and then one of the sneaky
It's weird,
one
and stop doing that.
like one of the just because I don't be knowing people, and it's like it gets complicated. But one of the like I remember, Roland had put out this mixtape,
Okay.
and a couple of days before it, I had read this thing on Instagram that's like, you know what you can do to support your friends who are like trying to get out there with their music? You can support them by streaming.
Yeah.
So what a lot of like hardcore fans do is like they'll play the album and they'll put it on like repeat and they'll turn the volume off while they go to sleep.
Oh wow!
So the album just keeps
repeating
and the songs get streams. And I remember I like spent like a whole week just picking different people that I knew from like PV who were like, and I would just put their album and I would just like mute it and like let them get like 8 hours of streams.
Okay, that's awesome. Me, I don't sneaky support. I just email you, excuse me, and I say, come to the Wild by Faith show. Like, I literally got a whole platform for me to sneaky support you out loud.
This is true. I still like sneaky support.
I don't know how to sneaky support people. Like, even if you got music, I have a Wild by Faith playlist.
You do?
I have two.
Spotify?
It's on iTunes. I literally, all the people that are on my show that have music, they're on my playlist.
Like, I remember I did that because Paloma was in SoundCloud. She had put it on a mixtape. Paloma. Oh, she was the light-skinned girl, kind of short. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what's his name?
Is she doing a mixtape now?
Nah, she's not. She's doing something else.
Okay.
But yeah, and I just did that with a bunch of other people, and I give money randomly without people knowing. But
that's
I don't.
Awesome.
Yeah. So.
Rob got that money.
I don't. Oh well,
what
I will.
y'all say down
not
here
yet.
in Houston? Y'all be
bread.
Like, you got
bread,
that bread.
Bread. It's like there's a lot of group chats. It's just like people saying, "Oh, it's like that meme from that movie." It's like
I know where it came from.
Anyway, so
bread!
New York, first experience in New York, because you get support, like support from like the entire campus. Support.
I do, but it was really off of chicken.
Explain that.
We were selling chicken, and I would tell people, because I didn't know back then I was a marketer, and I'd put this flyer on Instagram. I was like, chicken with a purpose. And the person I was with at the time, we were selling chicken dinners. Mm-hmm. And I would tell people, don't pay me with cash, put it on my GoFundMe. Because psychologically, when people would like see my GoFundMe go up, they were like, oh, I'll just send my money. So it was
and
like,
it's not necessarily they'll pay you $6.99. They'll pay you however much they want to pay you.
On GoFundMe for the chicken. I say, bless me how you want, here's some chicken. And the chicken was that goddamn good.
It's kind of like, Nipsey Hussle had a similar idea with his album, right?
Really?
So he had his album, and he was like, you're going to get it for free, but if you want a hard copy, it's going to cost you $100. So it's the idea of a $100 album.
Yeah.
So it's like, look, you're going to get it for free anyway. So, but if you want to support.
Shoot, the podcast, I need $100 podcast.
Hey, you got it. Like this does not. Well, I'm bougie. Well, that doesn't fit this, but it's like I'm out the trunk. I'm literally out the trunk. I just bought this thing, and I was like, let's do it. Let's go ahead and do it.
It's nice.
And I only do IG because IG only lets me. I know IG's not gonna put my videos down. It's not gonna take my videos down.
Yeah, IG's awesome. Yeah. I love Instagram.
Well, and we're talking over the music, so I hope that doesn't make this thing.
No, Instagram doesn't do. No, okay, so. If you post on Facebook and sometimes Instagram and you have music and you don't say this isn't copyrighted, it will take it down.
This isn't copyrighted. I don't own this music.
You gotta write it.
Oh.
In the caption.
Oh, okay.
And then what happens is if they take it down, you can dispute it. I've done it several times.
Okay, but can you monetize it still?
No, you can't monetize IGTV. Yet, prophetically speaking, we'll be able to monetize it just like YouTube.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna happen
at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna open a whole ass YouTube page just to put this because it's gonna be long as fuck.
Heck yeah, we've been talking for 2 hours.
Yeah, so actually like an hour and some change, but yes.
Ooh.
So you go to New York?
Yes.
Because of this whole fundraiser thing.
I went to New York because I received an internship.
Correct.
And I went.
When I found out it was Goldman Sachs, it was doing the Goldman Sachs thing that was going on. I was like, I don't know why she wants to work with all these white people that are running the government, but whatever.
I didn't know what Goldman Sachs was. I had no idea what Goldman Sachs was, and I was applying for. I had worked for GE Power and Water, loved it. Worked at GE Oil and Gas,
As a freshman,
hated it.
As a freshman, by the way, because I saw a picture of you as a freshman interning.
I was a freshman.
You know how hard it is to intern as a freshman for GE? I'm just gonna let that.
I
I'm just gonna let that
got an
breathe.
internship as a freshman.
That's also one of the benefits of going to an HBCU. Is that people will put you on.
Heck yeah, I received.
The whole GE team is today still eating from that.
Yeah, I personally I love my first internship. I have pictures. I was like, wow, I'm an intern. Yeah. But what really got me in C²I, we had IEEE mentors. Shout out to everybody in IEEE at that time. They were just like, you know, you can get an internship as a freshman and you make money. Bet, I'm broke. I'm about to give me an internship. Yeah. Whatever I got to do, I just asked what I got to do to get an internship. Everybody else was studying real hard. I was like, they ain't say study real hard. They said have a 3.0 and they said be a part of clubs and organizations. I did a 3.0 and I got clubs and organizations.
She gets it because check it out, guys. And this is something I tell everyone, right? College ain't about the piece of paper.
It ain't.
College is about the connections you make while you're there.
Heck, the freak, yeah. The plug, baby. Really, I'm the plug. Really, yes. I'm the plug.
Because your friends are going to end up at BP, Chevron, Shell, etc. If you're here in Houston anyway. Oil and gas companies galore. Or they go to LA and to Cali and they'll do the tech business thing. Yeah. So it literally opens up a network for you.
It's just like what they say about business school, but honestly, it happens for undergrads. Mm-hmm. It's the same metaphor.
No, it's because engineering is kind of like this hub, right? It's the hardest degree you can get as an undergrad. Yeah. Right. That's why everyone just gets it and doesn't go back to school ever again. Shoot. But business is different because business you have to get a master's and then etc. Or you go into like law school or et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, we really create this network of people.
Yes, and I love networking.
Yeah, it's kind of like you build the whole ass business off of networking. But what?
On accident.
That was.
Can we talk about that? It was not on purpose.
Talk about it then.
None of this was on purpose.
It was totally on purpose. Maybe not.
It wasn't. Maybe. It was through God's purpose.
There you go. Uh-huh.
Okay, it was through God because it was. So I go to New York. I get broken up with. Yay! I come back. I come back to.
How's it going, fam?
You know, I come back to Prairie View, busted, disgusted,
I didn't know that happened. But I didn't know that happened.
Oh, it did.
I was like, I don't remember where I was when I saw it, and I was like, hey, and I was like, something's going on. I was like, I'm gonna be quiet.
First off,
and I ain't even that tight with.
My whole life, I feel like, has been in the spotlight, though, to be honest, because when I did the GoFundMe, I was letting the whole world know I ain't got no money.
This is me letting the whole world know I ain't got no money.
I ain't got no money, but I got an opportunity, and I was not afraid to ask. And God had put in my spirit, GoFundMe. Mm-hmm. But I've seen a lot of people do GoFundMes, but a lot of people GoFundMe ain't work. Mm-hmm. My stuff worked. 21 days, I sold $4,211. And little does everyone know that still wasn't enough. Because when I got there, my internship started. But when I flew, I still needed a place to stay for the weekend because my housing didn't start for another 3 days. So I had to come out with another $800-some just to live there for the 3 days in New York. It was that expensive. And back then, Airbnb wasn't hot. All that stuff in tech, this was 2015. Everything hadn't exploded like it did. Because, you know, you can find an Airbnb for like $100 a night or cheaper, or a hostel. I didn't know about that stuff. I didn't know what New York was. I didn't know what Goldman Sachs was. This was 2015. I was Pine Bluff country bunking. Still didn't know nothing.
So what did you learn that, how fast it took you to be like, oh, this is what they do at Goldman Sachs?
Well, I think just being in...
Can we even say Goldman Sachs?
No, we can't. I don't know. I don't work there anymore.
I'm sorry, we're not saying anything disrespectful.
I don't know if I can talk. Like, I don't know. I don't work for them anymore. So I don't know.
Anyway, for that company, redacted.
Financial company.
Redacted.
So, to be honest, I was around really, really, really hardworking individuals. You think I'm hardworking? You think I'm extroverted and networking? that whole company was built off of people just like me.
That makes sense.
So I was just around people that pushed me. I pushed them. They pushed me. I pushed them. And I still wasn't the smartest person.
That's the kind of the point.
The point is to always surround yourself, and you got to be the dumbest person in all your friend groups. Period.
I'm just dumb, period.
Whatever.
Okay, so it was great. You liked it. You came back to PV.
Yeah, I liked it enough to come back. I didn't see myself anywhere else. It was Wall Street. And I like money.
It makes sense. So where does... Because I remember the plug thing started while you were still at PV.
It started in the pretty... Okay, so before the Walk by Faith, I had a blog, Success with Stith. And I was networking and helping people get internships. And I wound up getting an award. I think it was Society of Women Engineers or something like that.
Sweet.
And yeah, but I think it was another organization, Detroit Women Engineer Leaders, something. I had won an award off of that blog.
Did not know that.
Yeah. And it was because all I wanted to do was help people get internship opportunities, because I was getting internships. Everybody wasn't getting internships. I was getting opportunities. Everybody wasn't getting opportunities. And I hate that. I don't ever want to get more than someone else. I want us all to be level. Now, the effort and the discipline and your money going to be different based on your hard work. But at least if you know the information, you at least have a shot.
That makes sense. Okay, so how does that blog transition into... Because you don't do the podcast until you get to New York.
Yeah, right. Okay, so this what happens. So I'm doing Success with Stith, inconsistent, not disciplined, but still get an award. So I know something is in this blogging stuff. But I didn't even know why I started a blog. Like, I think I was just doing stuff, but I didn't know what I was doing or why I was doing it. And all the time I was on social media because I like social media. And it's the way I kept up with my friends from Arkansas because I wasn't there anymore. So after it was Success with Stith, then I got this inclination like I'm the plug. Because everybody kept asking me for stuff. And I was like, I'm the plug. So I said, I'm the pretty plug. And then that's when
I thought that was kind of like really corny.
Everybody was like, you a drug dealer? And I was like...
I saw that and I was like, what?
But it wasn't that. Like, I just consider myself the plug of information. And the number one problem I was solving is that people didn't have information to be successful. And I didn't like that. And I wanted to change it. And being a part of NSBE and being the president of NSBE, I got to see how people were literally going to these career fairs and they were getting dressed up and they were getting their resumes, and then they would go to these companies and they would be begging for jobs, and then they weren't happy with the results. I was like, I'm leading people to a well that's dry. I'm a Christian. The only well I know that got water is God. So I'm like, if you walk by faith, if I tell you to do this and it don't work, you're going to be good. If I tell you to walk by faith and do this and it don't work for you, it's going to be good. I could just tell you the source of this foundation of faith. So, but that comes after the breakup. Because I was walking by faith to get this guy back. Dead serious. I'm dead, and I put my story out there.
I feel that.
That person knows it, you know, whatever.
No, I feel that because
I literally was so heartbroken because this is the first like real relationship that I had, and I felt it was a mature relationship. Like the stuff that I experienced, the things that I did, my mind how it was expanded. Like I thought this was really good, but I also wasn't prepared for all that. Also, long story short, it ended. It kind of blew up in my face. And I was all the way in New York when they did it.
Current theme between the two of us.
Heck yeah.
That shit blows up in my face.
It blows up like power. And so next thing I know, and when you say your birthday was?
August 19th.
August 19th. Okay, never mind. So
1991. So it's 19 like 3 times. That's why 19 is my favorite number.
19.
It's 19, 19,
19 is my favorite number also. Weird. So then I come back to Prairie View and the semester starting, and I'm completely depressed.
You feeling like a piece of shit. Yeah.
And all I know to do is just to tell God I surrendered everything in New York, actually, because I got broken up in New York. So I was already in my zone. And this is what happened too. After the day I got broke up with, I went to like Washington Square Park. Okay, I'm talking about monumental places in New York that you've probably seen on TV, and I was sitting in the park, and I was literally like, Lord, like, look, is this my life?
Check this out, because I have a similar story. So, you know, like, this person we was talking about earlier today, right? So, she and I were never really anything. So...
That don't even make sense. Get out of that stuff.
Anyway... at that point we were on we don't speak terms, and I was like, I need to stop thinking about this girl.
Okay.
So I go to Loma Linda, which is like 2 hours from LA. I was like, I can't stay in Houston right now. I need to go. Tell me why I was never even in LA. I went to LA, to San Diego. I went to the beach. I was like everything, and I was just like, this is trash. All this is trash. And I ended up getting in a fight with my sister, because my sister's the one that lives over there, and I ended up texting the person, because I was like, I ain't got nobody else to talk to, so you're just gonna have to put up with me for like a couple of
we broke up, but hey, can we talk still? Because like, I ain't got nobody to talk to. I know we broken up, but
it's not a breakup if there's nothing there, but yeah, you get it. Anyway, don't judge me, man. I'm a sucker.
So I get back to school. I'm just disturbed. Oh, backtrack. I'm at Washington Square Park. I'm talking to God. I'm like, God, I'm really hurting right now. Like, I'm back. I'm in New York by myself. Mm-hmm. The same person that helped me get here done left me here. I'm like, what?
Fuck New York City.
It don't make sense. I'm like, I'm supposed to be enjoying my time. Like, I love New York. I was partying. I was having fun. My Instagram story was going up. That's how my Instagram really was starting to take off too, because I was vlogging
I'm trying to
my
remember.
Experience on my Instagram, and I was like, I was having fun. Like, I was enjoying my experience. New York is lit, y'all, period. And I'm going there in a couple days. So I'm like, back in my element. But I literally was like, dang, I really got left here. And then I was walking home, and this girl said, do you know Jesus loves you? And I was like, yeah.
Did you bust out crying because you said
no.
that? Like,
I was like, yeah, I know he loves me. And she was like, you know, come to our Bible study. I was like, okay. I ain't have nothing else to do. And then I go to this Bible study. New York, everything is like late night, early mornings. The Bible study, I think, started at like 7, and we didn't get out of that thing until 11, almost 12.
Sounds like a regular church day for me.
At the end of the Bible study, this man, the person that was leading it, told me that if I learn to love God like my husband, I'll be the best wife that anybody's ever seen. I was like,
I don't know if that makes any sense.
To me, it made all the sense.
I mean, yeah, it makes
because I didn't know that God could be looked at as like my husband or like my dad or like.
That's the relationship we talked about earlier.
Yes.
Right? But my notion is a little different, because God says in the book that to love others as you love yourself.
Yeah.
So there's a prerequisite to loving others.
You must love yourself.
Right, and in order to love yourself, you have to have a relationship with God, because you don't know who you are without Him.
Right.
Right, so that relationship is there.
But see, I already knew I loved God. I just gotten broken up with.
You just said.
Heck yeah.
I feel that.
And that gave me enough encouragement to be like.
That's the reason I don't sleep, cause.
I was like, okay, I'll make God my husband, like whatever that means. I got back to school. My friend girl at the time had given me 90 days to becoming a woman God wants you to be. I read that thing. And pretty much all I got out of it was I need to walk by faith.
Okay, how you end up taking a class from Robert Kiyosaki?
That was during that time too.
You just cuffed up the bread?
First off, this is what happened. Anytime, y'all ever know Adele?
Adele?
She get broken up with, she come out with an album.
Yeah. And she doesn't shit on the guy, which is like bonkers to me, because that's Taylor Swift thing. But, yeah, that's some incredible music.
So, think about me as Adele. I got broken up with. The only thing I know to do is just boss up. So I got broken up with. I purchased Rich Dad Poor Dad classes. I started learning. I said I don't want to be no engineer. I went all the way to New York. Like this working thing is really screwing my life up. And then I was reading Becoming the Woman God Wants You to Be. And then, because I always was very entrepreneurial. I don't know if anybody around me has seen it, but like, I already knew working for people was kind of like, ugh. Like, I'm working, but this can't be all that I have to give to this earth. And everybody kept talking about Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I went to the Rich Dad, Poor Dad website and I read it. And I must have put my email in and I got a call. And they were like, do you want to do Rich Dad, Poor Dad coaching? I was like, y'all do coaching? And they was like, how much you got in your credit card? And I was like, $4,000 something. And they was like, that's how much it's gonna cost. I was like, hold on, call me back. I called my friend Brandon Thompson. This the dude that's the Forex guy that everybody knows. I'm like, Brandon,
you got 40. You spot me 40.
No, this is what back then we was broke. I was like, Brandon, should I do this? It costs $4,000. He was like, low risk, low reward, high risk, high reward. I was like, bet. Called him back, doing it. Took my credit card, blew all of it on the coaching course. And then...
Did you follow through?
Yeah, I finished the whole thing. Look at me now.
Hey, look, I'm just, for clarity,
I've been consistent with anything that I put my mind to. I did it.
That's why we keep Jasmine around.
I literally finished it. I was consistent. The only reason why I didn't finish all the way because they wanted more money for me to develop an LLC so that I could claim all of that I just spent on education. So I could claim it on my taxes and get a tax refund.
I did not know they do that. I thought you just wanted your money.
No. If I continue, they're like, hey, do you want to do the real estate route or the business route? Because the whole thing was supposed to be you discovering what you wanted to do. But even then, I still didn't know. But I started walking by faith on my Snapchat because I was brokenhearted wanting to come back in my life.
So check this out. We're going to take a pause.
I was doing faith and entrepreneurship at the same time.
We're going to pause this for a lesson. You could claim those things in your taxes if you set your LLC. So technically, you're winning and you're not really spending the money that you're spending. Continue. Yes. Continue.
But that's what Rich Dad Poor Dad coaching was teaching me. Mm-hmm. Like, I didn't have no more money. So I couldn't, but it's almost like they were teaching me that my sacrifice of just doing that credit card and just blowing that whole thing was actually something of my benefit because now that credit card became an asset to me because I used it on educational courses. Had it been for an LLC that I created, they were teaching me the Rich Dad Poor Dad method. They were coaching me to be just like Robert Kiyosaki.
Okay.
I didn't understand
that. And this is all before you even graduated.
That's all before I graduated. I was only 21. I got broken up when I was 21, I think.
Also, lesson, do this while you're still in school, while you got time.
Yeah. Blow money in college.
No.
I'm successful. Blow money in college.
No.
Take risk in college.
There you go. That's better.
Blow money. That's equivalent. You blowing $50,000 something and going to school. You blowing money anyway. You acting like you rich with them refund checks. Just spend it on something that's gonna get you closer to where you're gonna be.
Fail forward.
No, take risk and blow money.
Fail forward. As in
blow money.
No.
You're blowing over. If you don't understand, over 5+
Don't just
years,
say blow money though, because that's.
But listen, you're already blowing money that you don't have.
Listen, I get it.
Think about it, Rob. No, I need you to look at this from a macro, not micro, macro.
I'm telling you.
All of us went to school and we couldn't afford that. So by adding just another little thing that I can't really afford to that bucket, am I really hurting myself or am I helping myself?
You're right, but don't go. I'm gonna be like blow all the money in. No.
High risk, high reward.
Okay, cool. That makes more sense. All right, continue. So that's Robert. So you get back, you graduate, because you go to New York junior year, right? So you come back to your senior.
No. I go there. Because I had 5 years. So General Electric Power and Water, General Electric Oil and Gas, Goldman Sachs, graduation.
So you go to Goldman Sachs twice?
2 times.
So how do you fundraise for the second time?
No, I just had the money. Because I already knew what I wanted to do. I knew I was going back, so that means I just need to save enough. And Airbnb was popping then. So I did Airbnb, and I got a Airbnb in Brooklyn. So I ain't need to ask for help no more.
All right, cool. You graduate, and then you go get a full-time.
Yep, and before then, I go to Europe. And that same year, I went to South Africa, Johannesburg, Cape Town, and I also went to Europe. I went to London.
Is this all on PV's dime, by the way?
No, it's on my dime.
What the PV's program is what I'm talking about.
South Africa was my dime, but it was through PV. And then at the end, my friend girl that I was rooming with was like, "Can we go to Europe real quick?" And I was like, "Oh,
real quick? That's some white people shit."
No, this is my friend from Howard.
Oh.
I was involved. I was around different people. Yeah. They was like, "Hey man, let's just go to London." I was like, "Okay, bet."
Y'all got money, man.
High, low risk, low reward. High risk, high reward. I go to London, Paris, Rome, and Amsterdam. I was like, what the freak? Who is doing this? I went to 4 different places in Europe at the same time. I was like, this is lit. And next year, me and that same friend are going to Tokyo for the Olympics.
I want to go to Tokyo. You got.
I already got the Tokyo tickets.
All right, cool.
I ain't got bread no more. But that's what I'm saying, y'all. Like, low risk.
You can claim that, right?
Low reward. I can now. That's a business trip off top.
I got cool friends, guys. Anyway, so you go to New York. You live there for 4 years, right? 4
yes,
years?
2015 summer, 2016 summer, 2017, 2018. I just moved back last week.
Right, and you moved back for other reasons that we will not discuss in this thing, because that
sips tea.
You don't have any more tea in there. Anyway,
I moved back. Excuse me. Oh yeah, we can't. We can't talk about it. We just can't name names.
Okay, so I want to know.
There's a lot of stuff in between: hard work, dedication, dying, like student loans, being broken up with, being in New York, getting broken up again.
Okay, so
Twice.
What was my first question to you? Well, your journey. There we go. I forgot.
It's a real one.
Right. So
it's a walk by faith.
What's your journey now?
My journey now.
Because you're 25.
I'm 25.
Youngin.
I am a full-time entrepreneur. I live in Dallas, Texas.
Ugh.
I am a full-time faith-based entrepreneur. Let me correct that. Christian entrepreneur, because I am not your typical self-made. No, God is my CEO. I'm on 24 hours with him every day. Lord, tell me what I need to do. But I got my new strategy for success. It's called PPCC, Method for Success. My first thing that I do every single day is I pray. I keep God first. I thank him. Gratitude. I keep my faith in perspective, period.
Plan.
Nope.
Damn.
Profit generating activity.
That's too long for a P.
I don't give a... this is my stuff. This is my stuff.
It's supposed to be one word, man.
No. PPCC.
Okay, so
method.
so
that's
pray.
why y'all stuff not working. Y'all stuff not long enough per letter. You like P playing. What is that?
So pray, profit generating
activities. That's me trading Forex. That's me selling merch.
We're gonna talk about Forex in another video.
Heck yeah.
Because it's important.
That's me trading. That's me selling merch. That's me saying, hey, I'll advertise your business. That's me. Like, I got the whole business model. I made a whole post on Instagram on all the different things that I have.
I'll post your Instagram right here earlier in this video.
Hey, post my video.
Wait, which one? Because you got like 5 freaking...
And who gonna pop me?
I don't know, but I'm just asking which one you want. Which one you want me to put on this?
I want Jasmine Stith.
Okay, cool.
Jazz pretty cool. Okay, so this is what I wrote on my Instagram. Every season is my season when you have multiple streams of income. I pray every day. I have the Walk by Faith podcast. When I use Anchor, people can see me 99 cents,
She got sponsors,
$4.99,
guys.
or $9.99. I get sponsored on there. I also can say that a company sponsor. So KSol, if he purchased an ad right now, he'll pay me, and I'll say, hey, this episode is sponsored by KSolMedia. We make sure that you know that Kings, like whatever it is, I will do it. Speaking engagements, I'm flying out to New York tomorrow. Even though I'm not getting paid, that's still a business expense.
Yeah, exposure.
And that means that's a write-off. All right, I'm trading Forex, right? So that's just residual Me literally telling people about an opportunity is a part of multi-level marketing. I don't care what you think about me because I'm free as a rapper. I just don't twerk. I have an exclusive Gold Members Club. That's monthly coaching where I'm taking everything that I learned from Robert Kiyosaki, everything that I've learned from my life, everything that I've learned from being a faith-based entrepreneur, everything that I have done since 2015, I'm packaging it and I'm delivering it to you. And I'm not guaranteeing results. I'm guaranteeing you that you're going to learn how to walk by faith in the direction that you would like to go. Last thing, I'll have Christian entrepreneurship courses. Of course, I've learned how to do a podcast. I'm going to have some books coming up. Also, brand partnerships. My Instagram is almost at 10K. If you follow me, B. Simone was just on my page. She said if you post like 4 times a day and you get more followers, then these brands will come up to you.
That's the thing, right? Because, for example, I have my KSolMedia page.
Yeah.
And I only post on it like once a week.
And you get once a week results.
And I was like, I posted, I was on a story on there. I was like, I probably should do something different on there.
Did B. Simone inspire you to do something different?
No, I did that before you went. I was like, this doesn't make sense because I need to post on this thing on a daily basis.
Exactly.
So if you want to grow a brand, guys, it's a consistent daily basis.
And I grew my brand by literally walking by faith on my social media every single day.
It's hard to figure out what I want to do because all I got is rant. Because I just rant.
Gary Vee rant every day.
Yeah, but
He the biggest ranter of them all.
This is true. I follow Gary Vee. But this is true. And I'm just like, that shit gets annoying, yo. Like, just hearing me rant about shit. Like,
no, it doesn't. Create content for you. Then everybody else that like it will come.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep motivating, encouraging you, and inspiring you because at this point, it don't make no sense. You got too much gold in you.
I appreciate that.
You can do religion and spirituality all day long.
I can.
There will be people that just want to talk about that. Why you want to talk about it? Why you think you the only one? Quit being
I don't
selfish.
think I'm the only one.
Quit being selfish with your gift.
Look, don't
Let
say
me get
my
finished
words
with my
for me.
multiple streams of income because I'm a boss chick.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, books, events,
You writing a book?
conferences. Yeah, I'm writing a book. Multiple.
Multiple?
Heck yeah.
Are you in school? You got a partner yet?
It's about what? A partner to
In
publish
regards,
it?
Yeah, publish it.
Shoot, Google.com, put it on there and
What's
then.
up? Amazon?
No, I'm saying like I'm writing that thing in Google Docs.
No, I'm saying like you're going to just launch it independent. That'd be dope.
Low key, I launch everything else independently.
True. Anyway, you got a book.
But I'm praying that because I think the first book is gonna be like more about business, Christian entrepreneurship business, and then my walk by faith. I would love for that to be a New York Times bestseller, and I go on the road.
My pastor says that everyone should write a book.
Why not?
It's
Everybody should. It's a
everybody.
documented history. My SEO is ridiculous. My kids just gonna Google their mama.
Yeah.
Damn, my mom was always doing something. Yes, she was.
We say that now. It's like, God, Jasmine's always doing something.
And then
She's always doing some shit. Like, on my Instagram, I'm like, oh, so she... Oh, okay.
is that how people feel about me? Don't tell me because I really don't care.
Okay, so
All right, and the last thing is travel experiences. I want to be able to take people everywhere that I've gone and give them a faith-based experience. Like we pray that I went to Miami this year and I read my Bible on the beach with other women. Like who else don't want to do that?
They were fully clothed, guys.
Fully.
With jeans on.
And-
They had sweaters.
And we were out there.
It was like 90 degrees outside. They were
and
just
we
sweating.
were praying to God.
Sweat.
And I know I'm gonna have the Walk by Faith tour and the Walk by Faith conferences, and I'm gonna be like, KSolMedia, you want to just produce my thing?
I need that.
Merch, go out here to printing, Vibe and print. Give me a whole bunch of merch. Like I'm literally setting myself up by interviewing all these people to keep everything in house. And last but not least, so that's my profit generating activities. I just listed
So
like
that's
10.
So we're doing 2 P's. What's the first C?
Content generating activity. Or content, just create content.
Okay. So the generating activity part isn't really part of the PPC. It's just...
Right. So it's profit, then it's content, and then it's community.
See, so it is one word. You out here trying to be like it's not
profit
one
generating
word.
activity, then it's a community building activity, and then it's a content producing activity.
I'm gonna keep it short. It's prayer.
I'm just long.
Prayer, profit, community,
Content.
and content and community.
which content and community can be done one and the same. When I go on my Instagram lives and I'm talking to people, that's building my community.
Oh, you're right.
You know, when I'm talking to people, when I'm DMing them, when I'm sending them voice memos, like, people think I'm weird. I'm just genius. And then on top of that, I just use the application like it's a phone. I don't know why nobody else does this.
I don't.
It's literally a contact book. And the contacts got celebrities on it.
Listen to
what I'm saying.
And this
Instagram is a contact phone. You can contact celebrities.
Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all something real quick, cause I gotta be really, cause the volume on my thing is kind of messing it up. But check this out. You get all of this for how much? 50%. It's 50% off this month. Oh
no,
wait, did I end it?
It's over.
It ended.
$39.99 a month.
So it's $39.99 a month. So there's another profit in
like a week and a half. I don't want to work with people that can't move.
A week and a half? That's a long time.
No,
that's a long time.
You bought a shirt and then you got 50% off.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
Yeah. So at this point, no.
So you see.
It will go up.
Yes.
Why not? I know what I'm worth. I know what I can do for people. One video inspired over 50,000. At this point, I'm selling myself extremely low.
Wait, is that the one that went viral?
Yes.
Like a couple weeks ago?
No, that was a month and some change.
Yeah, well, I'm bad with time.
And Jay Bolin is that. I thought, okay, you know how it be that one little moment.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jay Bolin is acting as a sponsor in my life. Meaning,
is that the guy you posted yesterday? That reposted you back?
Yes, that's Jay Bolin.
I don't know who that is.
He styles Sarah Jake Roberts.
Who's that?
T.G. Jake's daughter.
Okay, cool. I'm bad with names.
He styles Tyra Banks.
I know what Tyra Banks is.
He styles celebrities in LA.
So he reposted, like, how much friction did you get off of that one post?
I went from 5,500 followers to 8,500 in a few days.
Like that was a couple months ago.
It was like a month and a half. I was in New York still. Mm-hmm. And that's how my whole world changed.
And listen,
my whole life started changing when I went out to LA. That was the beginning.
Look, here's another tidbit. And she did that just by taking a risk and tagging that guy, right? Or did he just happen to see it?
Me.
See, look at that's God working.
That was God.
That's God working. All right, so another technical difficulty, but we get through it. So 5 years from now,
millionaire minimum.
And you do that by structuring and following your PPCC method, right?
Yes, every day. 4 activities: pray, profit generating activity, community building activity, and content building activity.
Listen, when I saw her today, she's like, so what was the question you asked me?
I was like, what's your freak? I'm gonna just look at the text. What is your schedule? It was a type of schedule that I had said.
Yeah. Give me a second. We're gonna figure this out.
It may have been the other number.
Nah, it was this one. Yep.
It wasn't that one.
What are your plans of productivity?
Ooh.
See, so that's part of that profit. That's the profit.
Mm-hmm. I was like, what are your plans for productivity today?
See, so she like lives this, guys. We should all be like Jasmine.
You ain't gotta be like me.
Well, be your own version.
Be your own version of your success. Because what I want may be different from what you want. But don't demonize me for wanting to be great. People do that.
We talked about this.
Did we already talk about it?
No, we talked about it off camera, and then I made a whole video about prosperity and about how people don't want to prosper because they're ignorant.
Exactly. And people who are like, Jasmine, you're money hungry. Are you crazy? I started off in engineering. I wasn't going to be broke ever, period.
And not only that, not having that drive is selfish because then you're just looking out for yourself.
That's what I'm saying. I'm a giver. A giver can't be broke.
Trust. Anyway.
I like zoom in on my facial expressions.
We're gonna end it right there because we already went like an hour and a half.
Yes. Also, I feel like this because one, I'm not a dancer, y'all. I'm not a rapper, entertainer. The only way I'm really gonna be rich is by using my mind.
I have good friends. See, and this is the first episode of me actually getting to know my friends.
Yay!
Yeah, see? Content.
But I feel like you knew me kind of in this way, though, because you were able to ask questions that structured my life. You did not know me.
But let's go something noisy. Nosy. Let's go something nosy.
Lord,
and I'm like
Jesus.
in the background.
I thought I was country.
Look, I'm in the background.
At this point, what's professionalism? When you're a free person, what's professionalism?
I don't know. That's a good question. Comment on the side below.
What's professionalism when you have no one to determine what your professionalism should be?
I mean, we're still tied to professionalism because we.
But what is the?
Well, your ties are like sponsors, etc.
Yes, but like they pay people like Cardi B
to be like. No, this is true, but I'm just saying. My dad said something to me the other day. He was like, "You're always working for someone," and I disagree.
I'm working for God.
I was like, I could work with someone. I don't have to work for someone.
Exactly. I work for God.
Yes.
I work under Him.
Correct, Mundo. See, so this
He's my CEO. I answer to no man.
So we will check back with Jasmine whenever I get a chance. But in 5 years, she's gonna be a millionaire and she's gonna pay my student debt.
Low-key, all you gotta do is listen.
There's proof now. There's proof here that she's gonna pay my debt.
I'm gonna show you how to pay your debt.
No.
I'm not gonna pay your debt. That seed that you sold, that $50, look at what it reaped. It was a good harvest, man. I'm a seed sown on good ground.
Plant good seed, guys. Don't be an asshole.
Whatever he said.
Yeah. We're gonna end it there. I think we're gonna zoom out. Not really. I'm just